So Find the Markers just had its biggest update yet, and in this video I'm going to show you how to find all those markers in the new update. But, just as a little warning, I'd recommend you play the game and try and collect them all yourself first, because it's a lot more fun that way. But otherwise, enjoy. There are a lot of new markers in the overworld, and just past the factory and behind this tree, we will find the Rose Marker, which is an easy marker to find. Next up in the desert is the Fossil Marker. This one is a bit hard to get to, a bit hard to figure out what to do, but you can actually just climb this wall and collect it. Over in the snowy biome we can find the Pinecone Marker just up on this tree. And just across in the candy biome we can find this hard one to get, which is just where you have to step on the Legos, fall into the river, and you'll eventually make it to the Pretzel Marker. Over at the shop we can climb up to the roof to get the Cedar Marker. If we enter the cave, we can make our way over to the left and over to this mirror section and go to the right to get the Geode Marker. Now this one took me the longest. This is the last marker I got in this update because it's pretty difficult to find, but you need to climb up the mountain and almost enter this cave bit, but you need to jump up here and collect the Bat Marker. Over at these houses, we can climb up the windows to reach the Telescope Marker. If we then head over to this snowy house, we can go inside, come over to one of these shovels, and now the world will be filled up with snow. We need to go upstairs. Go out the window. And dig up all the snow. Now, we can make our way up and get the shovel marker. Now, a big bulk of the markers in the overworld in the new update are actually in the new gallery. First off, we can go over here, the Sculptor Marker, and then we can climb all the way up here to get to that shelf. To collect the Painted Marker, then we can head over here. And we need to find the Camera Marker. And we can actually collect it here, which is a pretty cool idea. Then we need to head up this tree in the middle to collect the Eucalyptus Marker. Then we need to head over to the pink room, head in here, go into this corner, and listen to these guys talk. Now it will appear randomly somewhere in the room. Now we need to head down and talk to them again. place the bomb, talk to them, step on the bomb, and then get to the Subspace Tripmarker. In the gallery, we can also head down this way, and in this painting in the end we need to jump through it, and we can collect the artwork marker. If we head back to the desert, we can come up here and come down to this chili marker. Now for this one, you cannot respawn at the spawn. As soon as you touch it, you must run all the way to the water next to the shop. And if you don't, well, you explode. As soon as you reach the water, you should be able to collect the marker. Inside the pyramid in the desert, we can come up here, go down here, jump over these, come in this room. Now this marker took me a while to find and also a while to collect, as this part is very hard to do, and you might struggle on it a while. But you basically have to do it perfectly to escape the boulder. And after you hide in here and the boulder goes past, you have to come through and collect the Jewel Marker. For the final two in the overworld, we need to head to space and then go to the void. First of all, we want to head over here. We want to find our way into this ice area. Now this is a pretty confusing maze, but you have to find your way to the end to find the ice marker, the black ice marker. Now you have to go around this very slippery path, which is pretty difficult to do, but once you make it, you can get the black ice marker. Now we want to head back up to the left and go over here into this weird curvy part and hit this button. Now this will change the maze, and what you need to do is you need to find your way to the other button. Now you have to go through this, and you have to do this parkour. And once you finish the puzzle, you can get the Monochromatic Marker. Now we need to head to the Washable Kingdom. which also has new markers in this update. First, we can head over here to the swamp to get the frog marker. Over here by the castle, we can head to these flowers and get the Lily of the Valley marker. If we head over into the castle and go to the king's room, we can find the banner marker. We can come over to this tree to enter this hole and do this parkour to get the fairy marker. Remember the frog marker? Well, to get the prince marker, we need to head over to the wizard tower. And we can see a little image down here of all the potions we need to make him into the prince. The best thing to do is just to keep coming back and checking which one is next, or you can just memorize it, or you can take a photo if that's easier for you. Now we need to head upstairs and come to this shelf right here, which has all the potions, and take them one by one in the correct order and give them to the frog. I've already grabbed the sparkle one, so now I'm going to head to the frog and give him the sparkle potion. And now I need to go through and do the rest. Now I'm going to take the last one, and this will transform the frog into the prince. And if it doesn't transform, that means you have done it wrong. And then you can collect the prince marker. Now we need to head all the way up to the mountain. Now in a previous update, there was added the dungeon, the cave, the foliage dungeon, I think it's called. And there is a very complicated puzzle to get inside. So you'll need to watch another video to figure it out, or you could just try it yourself, to unlock the door down in this cave. Once this door is unlocked, you can come through. And the first new one in this area, this one over here, which is the Springtide Marker. Now if we head over to the vine room, we can come through here, and this might take some time to find your own path through the vines, because this is quite a difficult puzzle to get through. If you want, you can just follow my path, which is probably the best way. Now we need to jump up here very carefully. Might want to turn off sprint for this. Jump to the next half, jump up, walk around the spike, jump to this one, and jump through the wall. Now this section is very, very difficult and slow. You need to go across the very thin platform and stay away from the spikes. And this might take a while. And once you reach the end, you can collect the vine marker. Now if you plant this seed in the middle, this will not show up, but you need to come over here without planting the seed, bounce across, and this door should be open over here. You can come in, hit this button, and do this massive obby. Now this takes a very long time, so I won't be showing the whole entire thing. There will be some confusing parts, like right here where you have to push it through, get on, go up, and then click R to rush across. There are also images on the wall to try and show you what to do. And after we hit this last button, we need to make our way back through the puzzle, all the way over to these red stairs which have spawned from hitting that button, and collect the statue marker. So to get to the new world in this update, we need to come into the shop and talk to the yellow marker. And then he will say, if you haven't done it already, do delivery. And you need to say, you need to click on that, and then you need to deliver fish to all the markers in the order of the list. And then, if you come back to him, if you did that in time, he will give you a sleeping mask. And with that sleeping mask, we can come over here. Go into the house, go to the bed, and sleep. And now this makes us enter the Scented Reverie. Once we enter this world, there will be 3 doors in front of us. And now this orange door and green door will be locked the first time you enter, and there will be these 3 doors, which we will go through one by one. But first, there are 2 markers here in the overworld. One over here, which I'd recommend having sprint to jump to. And also, around the map there will be these stars. Now clicking on them will change each other, and you need to get the puzzle right, and then you need to do all of them. Some of them will just be one that you can click on, but a few of them are a big lot and are harder to do. This one under the bridge is definitely the hardest one, but I think that's all you need to do. And once you've completed them all, you will find him behind the house. Now obviously, for me, not there. So I've missed 1 or 2 of them, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scan the area. You need to scan behind every tree, behind every wall. See, down here, here's some. And now, after you hear that confetti sound, then we go over behind the house. And you get the vanilla marker. Now for the doors, we will enter the red door first. Now the first thing we want to do is head over this way. And it is low gravity, so we can get pretty high and far. And this bubble, we want to jump on it. Now around the entirety of this space map, there will be all the colors of those bubbles, and you need to pop them all to get the marker. As you can see, there's one down there, and also over here we can get the neon red marker. Right here there's a bubble, and also down here. And while we're down here, we can come over to the unspaghetti marker and take it. And this can turn into the spaghetti marker if we put it near the black hole. So we come over here to this red line, and we very slowly go across this tight rope. But do not fall into the black hole. You have to place this unspaghetti marker here and just wait. And now you get the spaghetti marker. Now I am still trying to get all the bubbles. As you can see, there's a bubble up there, but there's also this here and this here and this here. So while I'm popping the bubbles, I'll just stop to show you this one. This one is just, oops. This one is just touching the numbers. And you have to do it correctly. As you can see, there's no way for me to get to 4 and then go around to 5, because you cannot jump. You have to try and get through each number like this. And then you have to do 4 of these. And they get more and more confusing as you go along. Oh, sorry, just 3 of them. And now you can get the geometric marker. So I popped every bubble and you will hear a confetti sound when you've popped them all, and you have to come back to the spawn and collect the shapes marker. Now when we get close enough to this marker over here, he will start shooting at us. And the way to collect him is to dodge his shots and make it all the way over to him, which is pretty difficult, but you can eventually get it. See, I just died there. It's pretty hard to dodge the shots, but eventually you will make it through and get to him. And as you can see, when you reach this platform, he will not shoot at you and you can get the string marker. Now that we have got every marker in the red world, we can jump down into this portal, which will now take us to this new Fruitiger Aero world. And as you can see, there's a fish right here, and this is for a marker, so when you approach him it will start a fight. And basically what you need to do is you need to get high enough on one of these platforms to reach him, because he'll always be above you, but he will drop blocks to try and stop you, so you can't just go up one platform. It won't always work. But see, we hit him here and we got the marker. As you can see, there are files across the map and we need to collect them all to get the next marker. And now as we get this last folder, the marker should appear. So after you collect the last folder, he will drop from the sky. Now right next to this fish, we can climb up here, and as you can see, there's a marker here, and we can collect the Bliss Marker. Now down under here, we can actually get 2 markers on this computer. Enter the Wi-Fi password. We need to find the password, which is written somewhere in the map. So if we come over here and climb up, we can find the password, which is Quiet Underdog 397. I do think it randomizes, but I'm not sure about that, but I'd still recommend trying to check it for yourself. We enter the password. And now we connect. And we just have to do these questions. And if we click skip loading, we can keep doing these puzzles to give us one of the markers.
Okay. There we go.
And we get the internet marker. Now to get the next one, we actually just need to wait for one of the things to load. one of these, we just sit here and wait. And eventually it will give it to us. And you get the buffer marker. And also if we come over here, we can get the microchip marker. Now around here at the edge of the map we can find this other portal which will take us to this zone, which unlocks the green door, as this is the green door world. Here it is. You can come through this and go back to the other doors. When we're in this world we can also find this portal, and how this system works is it will take us to the portal that is selected. As you can see, the plus portal is selected, so we'll just go back to where we were. If we select lightning, it'll take us to the lightning portal, and then so on. Now on this wall here you can find this pattern of symbols, and I'd 100% recommend taking a screenshot or a photo with another device, heading back to the portal and going in the portal in that order. So for me it was lightning, and I'm not sure if it's randomized, but still check it yourself. Lightning, and then it's plus, and then it's lightning again, and then it's heart, lightning, arrow, lightning, plus, heart, and this should take us to the marker. And this will give us the marker. Now, what I had to do was actually go through the cassette and restart this map. Just go through and come back in, because it didn't seem to work after I had done my first teleports, and it needs like a fresh start. Now right near the door we can come up this hillside, go all the way across and around the back here. Carefully drop down into this area, and we have to dodge these lasers, and I'd definitely recommend looking down. Once we've reached the end, we can get the pixel marker. Now over here next to this heart portal, we can come up over here, wait for this, go up, and as you can see we reached one of these. Now I don't know if you can see it, but over there there's another one. Around the map there are 6 of these towers, and on them there is a puzzle right here. Now what you need to do is go around the map and solve all of them, and all of them will lead into one final puzzle. Now I forgot how this works, but I think it's like this. I think basically this is 1, this is 3, this is 4, and you have to put it together. Okay, it must be 1, 2, and 4. And now with this, you have to take photos of these. And once you get all 6, then you find the pillar, which is down there somewhere. I'll show you now. Down right here. Just in a random point in the maze. Now, I did forget if you have to do all of them to open up this wall, but even if you do, this will be here when you've done them all. So as you can see here, I'm doing a different one, but when I click on this, it doesn't work for 4. So every number must just have a different thing. I don't think these correlate to different numbers. It's really just a guessing game, and then you can figure out which number correlates to how many 1s or how many 0s there are. So just a little recap, because I got so much information wrong. There is 5 towers, not 6, scattered across this green map, and you need to find them all and finish the puzzles, which I'm pretty sure I got it right about the numbers being 1, 2, and 4, except it's actually backwards. So the first one's 4, the second one's 2, and the third one is 1. And you have to add up the numbers to create the numbers on the right, which will give you 5 different patterns. And what you need to do is either take a photo or screenshot all of them, or you can just go back to them one by one, because the answer will always stay there once you've completed the puzzle. And then you need to come to this final pillar inside of the wall here. And the way to do this puzzle is look at the different photos and click in each one. So for the pillar that had the 1 on it, I'm going to click all the 1s that are in the picture. And now for the pillar that had the 2 on it, I'm going to click all the 1s that are in that picture. And this might be really confusing because you're clicking out some 1s and putting new ones in. But just keep clicking as if it was a clean slate for all of them. And then for 3, like this. And then for 4, and I don't think this is the same for everyone, so make sure you do this yourself. And then for 5. And once it's done, the marker will spawn, the Matrix Marker. So if we come back to this wall here where all the symbols are, we can come behind us and go up this parkour bit. And this will take us to the Spiketrap section. Now we need to go in here, and this will activate a puzzle where we just need to find the way across. Oh, on the screen it shows you. Sorry guys. And once you've reached the end, you can get the Spiketrap Marker. And coming back to where we were before, where we did that first tower over here, we can come to this side and get the digital marker. And just down from where the digital marker is, we can come to these platforms. And we go up the first layer first, and then we go on top of each of those to reach the top of it. Now, if we turn around and jump down here, we will find this laser maze. And we have to go all the way through to get the marker. And this has multiple sections, multiple levels to it. And there will be these big off buttons at the end of some sections to kind of give you like a checkpoint that will turn the lasers off. And once we reach the end of this maze, we will get the Wireframe Marker. Right over here, across from the door, we can actually find this little hole in the wall which will give us the neon green marker. All the way across the map from the start point, we can come over here to this bubble. Now when we hit this bubble, it will unleash 1024 tiny markers, and we need to collect every single one of them to get the marker. And we get all the pieces and the marker will spawn. Now I have come back to the doors and I'm going to enter the blue door. Now this one does seem the simplest as it is pretty empty up here. There is only one marker right here, which is the Azurite marker, and there is a blueprint behind here, but besides that there is nothing. But you can jump off the bridge and enter the water area. So if we come over here and enter this temple, we can touch this marker and this one lit up. So we're going to follow it and click on it, and I think we have to do 3 of these pattern watching things. So what's this one? And once you do all of them, you can collect the marker. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. And now we can get the mother of pearl marker. Now over here next to this fish, we can come down here and we can find this basket of cannonballs. And once we grab it, we have to float down, and you can see these bombs here, as well as these little islands. Now, on these islands are cannons. You have to place the cannonballs in the box, use the cannon, and once you've moved the cannon to the right place, you click space and blow it up. And your goal here is to shoot all of the bombs. Also, this current behind the cannons, you can go into it, and as you can see there's a marker right here. If we can try and catch it at the right time, we can get the Aquamarine Marker. And as we hit the last one, this rock will break and the marker will spawn. So we have to swim back up and find where that rock broke. The best thing to do is to just swim around the outside until you see it. There it is. And that is the sea mine marker. Right under this bridge near the spawn, we can find the neon blue marker. And above this hill, we can find the whale marker right here. And we have to go through all these rings in time to get it. And there we go. Now this map one is a bit confusing because I clicked on one of these and I saw the color and I was looking at the starfish and all the rocks and I was trying to figure it out, and the hint said to just go up to try and help, and I didn't really get it. But when you go up, you can see all these different jellyfish and the map correlates to the jellyfish. So down in this far bottom left corner is the orange one. So if we go down back to the map, I've already got it set to orange, and we need to set each one to the respective color of the jellyfish. And as we enter all the colors in, this will open and give us the Jellyfish Marker. We see this chest right here which we cannot interact with, but if we come over to the fish, we can look that under him is a key. Now we shall head back over to the chest. And now we can unlock it, which will give us the treasure chest marker. Right next to the chest, just over here, we can find the Seashore Marker just sitting here. Now as you swim around, you might notice these little items. I do think they only show up if you've looked at the blueprint, but what you need to do is you need to go around the underwater area and find all the little pieces for the machine to build it. Once you collect all the pieces, this robot will spawn out here, and you need to enter the robot. And this will enter this different kind of game where you basically have to use these buttons to turn, and you have to look out for the anglers, but you have to go around and it will beep when you're near a piece of the marker, and you use the magnet button to get that piece. Oops, okay. But if you get attacked by the angler, it will reset. I don't think you lose your pieces, but it does send you back to the start. As you can see, I can actually see it in the floor. And now I've got the first piece, and I need to find the other two pieces. Some things you find will not actually be a part of it. You need to find the three pieces that are actually a part of the marker. And now that we've collected all the pieces, it will take us back up. And it plays that cool cutscene and then gives us the marker, the Abyss Marker. Over here, there is a hole in the ground. If we go in this hole, we have to do this water obby, where if you hold jump, you stay on the water. And you have to, you know, go through the obby. And it is pretty difficult, but after a while, you will get the hang of it and get to the end. As you can see, here it is, the Tsunami Marker. Now, if you are struggling with this one, that's okay. It's a very hard obby and you won't get it for a while. I don't know if this obby is even possible on mobile, but I'd recommend shift lock and I'd recommend just trial and error. So the Tsunami Marker was actually the last marker in this underwater section. Now we can go up and get grabbed by one of these hooks, which is pretty funny. And it will take us up to the surface. And now we can go back to the other doors. And the only door we have left is the yellow door. So first of all, we want to come over here, and inside this door will be the vacuum marker. And when we enter this room, you might not be able to see it, but you do have a vacuum in your inventory. And you have to clean up all the dust around the room to get the marker. And there we go. From this door right here, we can make our way down to this room, and just over here, go behind here, we get the fairy light marker. From here, we can just walk down this hall, enter this room, and if you look up, you can see that it just keeps going up. And what we need to do is just climb all the way to the top here. And right over here in this corner, we can get the Chartreuse Marker. From this point here, we can just come over down here. Oh, the dust marker. I didn't even notice it. Well, the dust marker is right here if you want to get it. We come here, go up, through, and now we are in the library. Now the marker here is pretty difficult to get, but we just need to climb up here and dodge these books. They do push you all the way down. Yeah, and it does take a while to get through it, but I'd recommend just trying to speed run it. I mean, you will just get hit most of the time, but still worth just trying running it, or you can try and time it as well. And once you reach the end, you can get the bookshelf marker. Now, back at the spawn, we can come through here, and instead of going this way, come through this way, and in this door right here is the neon yellow marker, and just down here through this door is a room full of mirrors. Now we want to break every mirror that the marker is not in until there's only one mirror left, and then you will get the marker. Want to be very careful. I wouldn't recommend going that fast, but just go to one place where the marker really isn't. I mean, it does randomly appear, but still, just try and cover one area. And once you break every mirror, you will get the Iridescent Marker. Now, heading back to the spawn once again, if we come through here, this way, and to the second door, this room might seem pretty normal, there's nothing in here, but if we look up at the roof, there's actually a patched up hole. And what we need to do is just keep jumping on this point of the bed until eventually we go through the roof. And then we can climb up and get the Mattress Marker. Now, back where the dust marker is, there's this ladder right here, and there's this little miniature version, this diagram of the map. And what we need to do is we actually just need to jump in it, and we will teleport to this old Roblox map. And right here is the neon purple marker. Now, there are a lot of markers in this world, but that is because most of them are just fake markers, and a lot of them you just can't actually collect. You need to collect all of them to get one marker. So what you need to do is just go around the map and collect all the fake markers. Right here is the hammer marker, which is also a fake one, and here we have, this is a real marker, the chalk marker. Just need to carefully jump between each number. Okay, maybe I should turn off sprint. And then you can get the chalk marker. Now, in the corner of the map, on the very top of the mountain, there is another real marker, which is the hiking marker. And if we head down this way, as you can see, there's a very glitchy patch of grass. We need to stand on this, climb up these, and here is the Z Fighting Marker. Now, if you are wondering how to get the fake purple marker, you just need to talk to this guy and ask him, where's purple marker? Then say what? And then you have it. And if you're wondering about any of the other fake markers, just keep searching the map. It's a pretty small map, and most of the fake markers are in the place of where the normal markers are in the normal map, and they're just a fake version. So for example, the purple marker is in the middle here if you talk to him, and the rock marker is behind a rock up there, and the pink one is on top of the mountain, just like the normal ones. Now, you might have collected all the fake markers and you come to the telescope. Yep, got them all, and you're wondering, now where's the marker I get from this? Well, the notification down the bottom does say, go check the corner for your prize. And the first time I got this, I just didn't see the notification, and I was searching for a while. I had no idea where it was. But just over here, in this corner, there will be a very dark blue patch right here. And here is the bland marker. So to go into the orange door world, the last door we haven't got, we just want to come under here, a portal inside a portal world, inside a door, inside the portal world, you know, a lot of portals. To get here, and here is the orange door. Now immediately from here, we can come over to the laundromat, go inside, and collect the caller marker, and then we can come back to this house over here and get the happy home marker. Go through here and we can do this little obby right here, which is a little bit difficult, so if you're not good with obbies or you're on mobile, this might be pretty difficult. It's a pretty tight space, so it's a bit hard to see, but eventually you'll reach the top and collect the marker, which is the not even a marker. From the orange door here, we can come this way, go up this long flight of stairs, and we can just cheat a little bit with this tower one and grab the Crossroad marker. Then we can come down here. Inside here, we should find the jetpack. Go back up to the top here with these stairs, and come right here. And now we ascend to the sky. And once you reach the top, you'll be teleported to this area where you can get the Bombastic Marker. Right across from these purple stairs, we can go up here just by coming here and jumping up. We can collect this hammer. Now with this hammer, we need to come all the way back here to the spawn, and these blocks here, we just need to start. And this should have spawned. Now we can go through and collect the Universal Stud Marker. Now from this tower where we got the hammer right here, we can come over to the left and get the Neon Orange Marker. Then we come back over, and here's this pretty big obby here, which we need to get through to get the next marker. And I seem to have missed this point, but I did collect the marker. You need to really jump early to stop yourself. And as you can see, you can collect the marker. Now the final marker we have to get in this world is come through here. Make sure you dodge these red sticks. And now we need to go up to the top of the office. Now this marker takes a while to get. It's a pretty slow process, but you need to talk to the marker. Now we need to come down here into the basement. Grab the rocket launcher, which is under here. We need to come out back through here. And what we need to do is we need to find the person with the money. I do think it's random. I think he can just spawn anywhere. Here he is. Rocket launcher. And now we need to take all this money. Go all the way back to the businessman. Once we're back here, we need to talk to him again. Oops, need to place the money on the table first. Then we talk to him. He gives it back to us. And we need to now clean it. Then bring it back to him again. And then go back and dry it. And then come back to him again. So it's very, very long process. And the problem here with the money is that sometimes the money will just get thrown around and lost. The first time I got it, I could only get like 154 of the money, and I just couldn't find the rest. It was like hidden underneath stuff, and I just had to keep walking around this area until I eventually picked it up. So you just gotta be careful with it. So now we need to wash it. Take it back to him. Now I do think you could do the washing and drying in one turn, but just in case, I went back to him with the wet money, and then he says go dry it. And now when we give him the dry money, we should be able to get the marker. There we go. Also, one last thing. If you want to get all the halos, which I'm missing the wildcard one, or all of the themes right here, also missing the wildcard one. As you can see, you can equip it, it will change everything. Invert it. There are some weird achievement ones and some that are just collecting all the markers from a certain area or a certain marker or a challenge or something else. And maybe I'll make another video if you really want it, but there are guides out there how to get all the themes and all the halos. And besides that, that is all. Thank you for watching how to get all the markers in the new Find the Markers update. Bye.